All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ascendance of a Bookworm, Season 2, Episode 8. New retainers.
New retainers.
And with some very particular issues that they're dealing with. This show really doesn't, play with the gloves on. Like, it's all cute one day, and then suddenly, very...
Yeah, very deep, dark stuff the next.
Yeah.
It's fun to have also a world where mine is a child in the sense that she herself is in the body of the young girl that she's in, but has the mentality to be able to accept the world of adults, thus we can have adult themes and stuff going on in the story.
Right.
And it doesn't shock her too much to be able to handle it. So I'm excited to see how she navigates this with that kind of deftness and maturity, because that's kind of how she's done everything thus far. So this is kind of set up to be done actually rather well by her.
Yeah, like you already dealt with, you're dealing with the whole situation with the orphans. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Good job.
Had the whole situation with death and trying to basically find ways to buy your own life back. You know?
Right. And so now, all right, you got this.
Yeah, so let's help somebody else. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Wilma and Holy Scriptures for Kids. Okay. Hey, picture book time.
Yeah.
Oh, the three little pigs.
3匹の子豚がいました。3匹の子豚は自分の家を作ることになりました。
Why would they do that?
それからずっとレンガの家で仲良く暮らしましたとさ。おしまい。どう？面白かった？
It's a focus group, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
よくわかりませんでした。わからない？はい。マイ様、子豚って何ですか？あと狼も。
Well,
Do you not have pigs and wolves in this world?
マイ様、今のお話を絵本にするのですか？
そのつもりなのですが。
子豚や狼とはどのようなものでしょうか？見たことがないものを描くのは難しい。
well, so, do you have any livestock animals that are very defenseless? And do you have any predator
と
animals
て
that...
も参考になりました。
Yes, I'm
ま
going
た
to need
別のお
to
話を考えてきま
change the names of some of these things.
Right.
あのこと、マイン様にお話ししておいた方がいいと思ったの。孤児院に残りたいと希望したのは、
Well, here we go.
殿方と接したくないからなのですね。
はい、申し訳ございません。隠していたわけではないのですが。
いいのですよ、ビルマ。それより、これからビルマのところに来るときは、
Cool.
Okay.
That's very kind.
それで今日はロジーナと。
Yeah.
マイン様は私の意志を尊重してくださいました。本当にありがとう存じます。
All
All
right.
right.
Well, it's addressed in... Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Y'all are wild for doing this
Just-
out here.
And only with the three of you.
みんなだいぶ慣れてきたな。髪はあとどのくらい作るんだ、マイン。
小豚がダメってことは、桃太郎とか鬼。ビルマが描ける絵。
Just swap out the animals.
Yeah,
ビルマに描いてもらう絵本。
決まったのか？
子供用の晴天がいいかも。
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
覚えられるし一石二鳥だね。だったら人数分作らないとだよね。コピーも印刷もできないし。
Right.
図工でやった版画なら。今回は木版。
Okay.
All
We
right.
have a stamp of each specific thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you go with that.
絵本を作るのに必要なんです。
ああ、こ
No,
の
that
間言って
thing,
たや
yeah.
つ。どれだけいるんだ？インクは高いぞ。原価はちゃんと計算したのか？
No, I didn't.
Stun locked. Full
してま
stun
せん
locked.
でし
Yeah.
アホ！原価を計算しない商人がどこにいる？
た。もう商人じゃないもん。見込みなら。
I don't need to do that. Yeah, yes you do.
Yeah.
納品はギルベルタ商会にお願いします。
わかりました。今後ともよろしく。
Well, the blocks will be easy. You'll want to make sure they're good so you can use them like over and
Right.
over again, but...
絵のインクが欲しいんですけど、用皮紙用のインクじゃないインクはありますか？
There
イ
you
ンク
go.
はインクだ。一つ
Oh, we might have to make our own. It's Dr. Stone, this.
Yep.
やっぱりインクも自分で作るしかないのかな。インクになりそうなものって炭、油性の具。
Charcoal.
おいルツ、マイ
You won't be able to color it, but
っていることが勝手に口から漏れてるだけです。
I'm telling
い
you,
つ終わ
it's
る
cheap.
レストランの話がしたいんだが。
答えが出るまでこのままです。
Charcoal.
できたので絵本を作ろう。ね、ルッツ。
え、俺？
私が考えたものは
俺が作
Alright.
That's true.
スーツ目だね。
Okay, okay. So they are kind of going that direction with it. He's like, why are you cleaning
What-
this?
what is
Fred,
going on?
what- I must use magic to read his mind. You know?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
君は一体
いやいや
何を企んでいる。
何のことでしょうか。
今年は随分と早くから灰色新刊が総出で暖炉や煙突の
寿司に合うインクを作るためにすすを集めてくれているのです。私が作るのは植物誌の絵本なので。
なるほど。
Ah, なるほど。
どんな絵本を作るのか決まったら教えなさい。君のすることは予想がつかぬ。心臓には
It's bad for my heart.
子供用の晴天絵本を作ります。
子供向けの聖典か。文字や文章を覚えるのにも役に立ちそう
Yeah,
だ
that's
な
what she thought too. Yeah.
そのつもりです。
よろしい。許可す。
Good.
Okay.
So we're not in a church situation where they're about like keeping the masses uneducated.
Right.
子供用の晴天絵
We're
本
the
です
only
か。
ones who can know what.
これな
Yeah.
らビルマも
Right,
絵を描
right.
けるでしょ。
Probably because they ham-fistedly created
神殿のことですから
scriptures from the
大丈夫
ground
で
up
す。
themselves,
で
you know.
は、お
And
願いしま
it was
すね。
very recently done, you know, like.
Sure.
Yes, good. So charcoal sketches. Yes, cool. Yeah,
それをルッツのところのジークお兄ちゃんに彫ってもらい
nice.
Okay.
すすに油を混ぜてよく練ればインクの出来上がり。
Okay, yeah.
これくらいツヤと粘りがあれば大丈夫よ。
So fun.
バレンは私の自作だ。うわー、絵になってる。
All right. That's a start.
You now know you need to have it be coming out, not going in, right? Like,
微妙。
it's a lot of
絵本
ink
には
too.
向かないよね。
そうだな。字もちょっと
They literally inverted the cuts, so they cut in, whereas
Right.
it should be coming out.
Now you could do that if you started with a wood carving and then made a mold from that.
私の絵がこの間マイン様に頼まれて板に絵を描いたけれど、それかしら。
すっごく綺麗だったよ。今度はビルマも一緒に行こう。
Oh. Oh. Oh.
本当にごめんなさい。
All right.
よくできてる。
Fine.
思った通りだね。
So the ink's good. You just need to figure out the.
晴天絵本作りをやめて赤ちゃんの絵本を作った。どんな本にするかは決まっていたから、
Very cool.
あとは
So you get shapes and you got like general, like basic images.
三角や四角みたいにはっきりした形の方が赤ちゃんにはいいんだよ。
まあマイ
Geometry is beautiful after all.
Although the fact that it's dark colors might be scary for them.
ビルマの絵はとても繊細で木版画ではこんな感じの仕上がりになってしまうのです。これではビルマの絵の良さが失われてしまうでしょう。そこで別の方法で作れないかと思って考えてみたのがこちらです。
Oh,
こちらはマイン様が
cool.
新しい手法でどこまでできるか、私も
Yeah.
挑戦してみたいのです。
ビルマ、無理はしないでください。
She's like, this is something I feel confident I can do.
Right.
Feel in control here.
お話があるのです。
Yeah, we had a thing happen today.
ビルマの様子がおかしい？
That's beautiful.
この間も工房に行こうって言ったら嫌だって言われて。
Yeah. Oh, they're so sweet.
みんなの頑張りを見たら外に出る気になるかもしれませんね。
Maybe.
ビルマに絵を描いてもらっている間、私は新館長に晴天絵本の内容
Ah, yes. This is in compliance.
Yeah.
またお説教。
right, put the things on. Yep.
All right.
Oh no, we're back here. Yeah.
一体どこでこのような教育を受けた？
おっしゃる意味がよくわかりません。
文章が整いすぎている。
Whoa.
しかし言い回しが多い聖典を子供でもわかるよう
Yeah.
な簡潔、
Is very difficult.
まるで別の言葉で教育を受けてきて、ここで使う文字を知らない。
Right. That's a really good deduction too.
Yeah.
新館長、私は生まれも育ちもこの町です。
私が行った調査の結
Yeah, I know that to be true.
So what's the deal?
But how?
果だが下船、
Yeah.
That's why we're in this room, not just using the devices.
Do we tell him? There's no way you
I think you
can
gotta
tell him.
tell him, because he won't trust you if you don't.
前にも同じようなことを言われた。
Yeah. Okay.
それに君は何と答えた？
夢の中、
Uh-huh.
Okay.
ここではない。二度と行くこともできない夢のようなところ。と答えました。
We'll stick with that then.
新館長は信じてくれますか？
口頭無形な話だが、私の予測は間違っていないことになる。
There's something, odd about you.
君は隠し事の嘘も
Yeah.
だからこそ混乱する。考える時間が必要だ。
Cool. We brought him in a little bit more.
Right.
どうぞご覧ください。
素敵ですビルマ。すぐ印刷してみましょう。ギルに準備するよう頼む。
Ah, show us!
I think they're only gonna show us the finished version.
私も工房に
Whoa!
Okay.
でもビルマは
新しい手法に挑戦したら少し自信がつきました。今なら
Maybe.
Give it a shot.
今なら外に出られそうな気がするのです。
Oh, okay. That's really sweet.
マが一緒なら
Yeah,
Yeah.
please don't leave me. Like,
I like-
stay behind
Yeah.
you.
絶
Yeah.
対ビルマに殿方を近づけません。マインさん
Yeah,
は
hold on.
本来はそば使いが主に
That's already. Oh, yeah, the other way around. Right. We'll start here.
ビルマだ。ビルマが来た。
Yeah, nice. The kids can also be
Yeah.
your shield and your happiness here. Whoa. They got the roller too. Yes.
Wow.
Perfect.
That'll work.
That'll definitely work.
Beautiful.
ビルマ大丈夫ですか？
嬉しくて
Oh.
見て見て。ほら印刷できたんだよ。あー素敵。閉じたら完成だよ。トゥリ
We are literally like this close to a book
Uh-huh.
that she created.
Yep. All right. Yep.
マイン切って。
Aw, letting her have the joy
Yeah.
of sealing it here. That's a book.
Yeah,
all that effort, all that time, all
right.
that learning, experimentation, and trial and error, and
Now you make the cover. and the
years,
spine,
of effort,
glue it in.
長かったな。
Yeah.
まだ一冊だ。
Yeah.
もっともっと読んでも終わらないくらい、いっぱい本を作るんだ。
Then people will just casually put them on shelves and be like, they're a visual statement.
Exactly.
Rather than actual read them. It'll be depressing.
あーインクの匂いだ。
Yeah.
All right.
Ah, what a wholesome episode.
Yeah.
Wow, we have a book. Mm-hmm. And it's a children's book about the scriptures.
Right.
Meaning that in a lot of ways, the priestess side of things is one where she's actually going to get some notoriety in now. Mm-hmm. Which this actually does make sense to be something that the high priest could get upset by.
Right, because it's the get upset by, while at the same time it being something where it's the I'm helping the church. Like, it's...
Oh, right,
you know,
right. But it's
the like, whoa, but hang on,
Right, it's the, but not like that, you know?
Yeah, it's the, I don't want you to be getting too much influence and power within this
Exactly.
organization.
Right.
Yeah, so the decision to have it be scriptures is a really good idea, because then she'll have something to fall back on, whereas if it was just some other
I'm
children's
using
story...
church resources to build my financial empire.
Right, then it might be able to be something of like, no, I'm going to stop this.
Misappropriating of funds and our slaves. Blah, 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 blah.
グーテンベルクさんにはまだまだ届かないな。
No. The legendary press.
私
Yes.
にとって神にも。
Yes. Yes.
なんだこれ
Yeah.
グーテンベルクさんが発明した活版印刷機。これを作りたいんだよね。
ちょっと待てこれ金属を使ってるよ
Yeah,
な
yeah.
原価計算したのか
ルッツベンノさんに似てきたね。
Beautiful.
Aw, very fun. Okay.
All right.
We have a book.
We do.
We have a children's book. It was done with a charcoal soot-based ink.
Yep.
Nice and simple. I like that they also shifted the printing method to show that, it's not so easy or efficient to do things just in
As
the
a
way that-
regular drawing, right? We have to
Yeah.
figure out a different way so that way you can have
Right.
it work well and not use way too much ink and actually look good and not just be a bunch of darkness, right? And carving a thing of wood down while leaving the specific thing, that'd be
absolutely
ridiculously
tedious.
impractical.
Yeah. So this being much larger, blockier shapes on the on the art then allows them to use a different method as well.
Right, and then just basically stencil it out and do it that way. Awesome.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Also, just really, just a lot of catharsis for mine to have an actual book held in her hands here.
Yeah.
Even though, you don't have a hard back thing here. You
Right,
don't
it's
have
still a
glued
prototype.
spine or what have you.
Yeah, exactly. That is all in a lot of ways trivial by comparison.
Yeah, it's window dressing. It doesn't mean anything in the grand sense that
You'll gussy it up just fine, so it'll look super pretty, and it'll be wonderful.
And
But
what also is going to be fun here is that given how much the head priest or the head priest is all on board with this, he's able to kind of protect her in case there's any kind of you're overstepping
Blowback from the high priest,
by having this be a religious text thing
But-
that you're dumbing down to
right.
what have you.
Yeah,
Now,
I
obviously
think-
he can only do so much.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of the church specifically, given that they have all this stuff about their religion, their lore, and everything, about their history, their world and everything. I could see them coming to her and being like, actually, this is a really good method for us to then have stuff that's written down or maybe is in paintings.
Sure.
Then kind of combine the writings and the paintings together
oh yeah,
for stuff there.
to say nothing of a potential revenue stream for the church.
Yeah.
Because it would have a vested interest in being in control of the production and and distribution of its own religious texts.
Right.
So then it's like, all right, yeah, cool. This is a way to supplement the fact that maybe we don't have as many nobles, helping
Sure.
fund us and things like that, even though the mana thing is still a problem. And so I think this is where the high priest is going to start causing trouble, right? Because this is a prodigious achievement that mine has done here, right?
Yeah.
And this is absolutely going to have a level of impact that cannot be concealed and cannot be ignored, right? That being said, I think she absolutely crossed her T's and dotted her I's with regards to how she went about this.
Yeah.
The fact that the head priest is so on board with this and has it's not even going to seem like he's in cahoots with her. Just the thing of no, she's doing a fantastic thing. Yes, let's get let's get the scriptures out there, right?
This is obviously her passion. So at the very least, if you want her a noble, effectively in terms of being, magically inclined here,
Right.
This is a great way to utilize her for our benefit.
Right.
And then if he has any issues with something really pedantic like, the way you draw the holy gods and all that is so uncouth. You must use our artists and something.
Yeah,
and then it's like, oh, really? Oh, cool. Then awesome. We'll do that. Yeah.
Once, because it's something that is inherently in the church's interests, he'll have to actually give something specific
you
rather
have
than
to codify the problem, which makes it solvable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So, okay.
Cool. Good stuff.
Fun, also very impactful scene with the head priest and mine in the private room of, hey, your prose is too good. You basically took esoteric scripture and translate it within the language that you just learned recently, down to a children's level of understanding, which shows not just a general, clerical understanding of the language in a way that's impressive.
Fantastic reading comprehension, all that
but,
stuff.
Yeah, it's also but how do you know to write in that method that way?
Because making something simple as far as reading goes, so that it is simple reading, is ridiculously difficult. Like that takes so much time. It's like it would be weird if the head priest hadn't, had some
or maybe he
pause
had
over this.
Yeah, they would have to go in through something of like he just sees the text once the book's fully done, then he's like, wait, hold on. I'm actually reading these verses, just looking at them.
Yeah, exactly, right. Because this is something that, people like the head priest dedicate their entire lives to, understanding all the nuance and things like that. So to have someone be like, oh yeah, here's a version that is, still like accurate and a good representation.
It would be like someone taking a religious text of our world, from like an ancient like Arabic language or something like that, and being like, well, hold on. I'm going to go and learn that language. Then I'm going to after learning that language a year from then, translate it down in terms of its esoteric, complicated language and stuff from, however long ago as well, into a way in which a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old can get it.
And by the way, I'm like 7 or 8 years old.
And by the way, I'm also a child.
Yeah. That's...
At that point, even though you're in a world of magic, he's like, no, what is going on
talk
here?
To me.
Level with me.
Like, I know that you were born in this town, but this shit don't add up. And
And at this point, he's gonna start thinking like, okay, you're an incarnation of a goddess.
Right,
like,
exactly.
You are clearly a goddess that was brought from the world of the gods here, and you are like glimpsing into memories. You're a divine being of some kind.
And I like that her answer, not talking about when Lutz confronted her about it, but the cook, which totally makes sense. And it's just it came to me in a dream. Right. Because that's the best she can manage.
That's a really good answer.
That's
from
a really
an
good
intelligence
answer.
perspective.
Yeah. The thing is, of course, the head priest is like, yeah, I'm not buying that one bit. But it's okay, I understand that you're basically saying, I don't want to talk about it, but it...
This is an answer that is somewhat true.
Yeah, this is an answer that's somewhat true.
It's not true, but it's not a lie entirely either.
Yes, your instincts are right. It is really weird that I know this. This is the answer I'm giving you. This is the best I can do. Right? Like, I like that.
I like it too, because if we're in this realm of religion and a church and she's a priestess and all that, someone's going to come up with that theory at some point that I just brought up. Like, that makes sense.
Yep.
After a certain point, you're like, okay, y'all, I've compiled the list of things that mine has done in the last 5 years.
And it don't make sense.
And it's getting worse. Like, in terms of, like, it makes even less sense the more and more stuff gets added to it.
This might date me a bit, but if Merlin manages to convince Arthur that one weird thing that happened wasn't magic, it was just circumstance, that's one thing. But when 4 or 5 seasons of that stuff adds up, Arthur really has to be really dumb in order to not be like, Merlin, what in the hell is going on?
What is going on here?
Yeah.
I just love this too, because the answer didn't satisfy him.
No.
But it also gave him but your answer isn't wholly like inaccurate, and thus I'm able to glean some info about this, but it still makes me even more confused, because I'm like, so you got it from somewhere. That's what you're confirming.
Right.
But you can't give me details.
And you can't go back there.
Right. Okay.
And
so Bro is gonna search the historical text.
Oh yeah.
And be like, when has this happened in the past?
Exactly, right. And I love that he like almost skipped past that entirely, because it's he's both busy enough, and he's like, I don't have time to entirely just go into this completely. But then it's no, here's the concerning part. You can't tell people that, because they won't buy that shit.
Well,
right?
even if they don't buy that, it's I'm just gonna not like bring up this realm of questioning.
Like,
but you know what this show is called, Jacob?
Ascendance. Yeah.
How high can you ascend?
I've played JRPGs.
We don't know. We don't know. There is no limit as far as what actually you could ascend.
Oh yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
She could become full prophet, like,
No, she could become
holy
like
figure.
She could become like divine being, like.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like as far as the magic goes, we don't know anything really about this world from like a large scale sense. But there definitely seems to be that we've thought about the world. Like the creator of this has definitely thought about the world, and we're starting small here because everything is in this city, in this town, if you will. But all it's going to take is basically having a few visitors be like, what is going on in this city, y'all?
Well, and let's be real. If at any point people start, bringing up the theory you posit, right, that people might come up with, that's where the High Priest becomes a real problem.
The High Priest becomes a real...
Then
it's now we must capture the seed of the
right,
we must
this
impregnate the goddess,
or just this person is blaspheming against God.
Well,
right.
Yes,
let's cleanse the
church. Churches of this nature would start with how can we profit from this first? How can we benefit in power?
Oh, sure.
And then if they can't control it, then they would go to clearly of the scheming blasphemer. The whole.
No, yeah, but as soon as people start saying you're sent from God, then it's all right. We profit from this by not losing a bunch of power,
I mean, again, to be fair, if they can control her, then they actually gain power.
Sure.
Because then it's she validates our beliefs
all our teachings. Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Ho,
There's a part of me that's hoping that the High Priest actually, because the head priest is the one that runs this whatever, that the High Priest is actually just not here all the time.
Oh no, I don't think he is. I think
and so that it's
I think he's busy doing his own,
his own stuff or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so then it's we have time that the High Priest isn't here to get as much done as possible, and then he's gonna be showing up at the last week of every month or something, and then we have to deal with it.
But we had a good finality with regards to things with Wilma. We got to have her come outside. That was really awesome. We got to see Lutz and Dori have also the joy of just getting to see mine get the book. And now, in a lot of ways, it feels like this episode is the end cap of this kind of segment of the story.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially signaling a new start for things going forward,
just
which could mean a new conflict, too.
Just the fact that mine has now made a book, that's the end of an era as far as the show's concerned.
Yeah, we're in a post-book has been made timeline right now.
Yeah, so from here on out, this is where the Ascendance really begins, I feel like. It's and now the rocket's taking off,
right. It's still, in the atmosphere, but we're
not on the ground anymore.
We're not on the ground, no.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep.
And then at what point does this shift back into education for mine, where it's I'm going to then glean things based on what things people want to put into books that I can therefore learn and then therefore read. Because her making books is nice, but I think the desire to read books is in and of itself its own satisfaction thing. She gets joy out of just the act of reading.
Right.
But I think she gets extra joy out of reading a new book,
Sure. And so if she's the one making the books, make good books so that I can also read them and have fun with them, right?
Or to sell them, or to make money, or to build her influence and access to then have other materials and stuff.
Yeah, or get the technology out there so that other people start making books, so that way she can then read those books or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Democratize the information itself,
The annual mine writing competition.
Yes.
Yes. Bring all your greatest works of text, right?
I would genuinely love that, to have a mine's arts and writing class,
Oh, yeah.
She teaches people how to write good prose.
I mean, if she full on makes a publication company.
I mean, that sounds small, being
I know,
as far
but
as where we're going.
No, right, but I'm just imagining all right, she's the editor-in-chief or something. All right, here's the slush pile of every, oh no. I have to sift through all of this
Well,
to
clearly,
figure out what's
half
good
of
enough.
this is garbage. Immediately, let's throw half of it away immediately. And tell them their lives are awful and they suck and they can do better.
No. Okay. This is the last thing I'm going to say because, end of discussion. This is silliness. Yeah. But this is the how do you deal with Superman thing, right? Everybody knows that Clark Kent is Superman, but they don't say anything because that's 40 hours a week that he's not Supermaning.
What?
And so what the people that want to get after mine, what they do is that they then supply her with a bunch of stuff to read through because she will not be able to help herself. Right. And then she's going to be so busy reading through the slush pile or whatever that she's not doing anything. Whatever else that they don't want her to do. Exactly. Yeah. Right? And so then they're like, all right, good.
And it's just going to be Lutz and Turi. One's holding on to mine, the other's holding on to the book, and they're just pull apart. Just like, stop. And she's like, no, don't take this from me. And then she's just like,
she turns into
silence and just starts choking them all,
No, she just turns into Bilbo Baggins in Fellowship of the Ring.
It's mine.
Yeah. Mine precious.
Yes, exactly. Well, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you, we'll see it there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.